Hello everyone in Year 2. I hope you're well today. This is Mrs. Chiswell talking to you. I'm just doing some mindfulness colouring at the moment. I find it's a good way to relax. And also, if I'm a bit bored, because I can't go outside, I think I know, I'll do a little bit of colouring. So at the moment, I'm colouring this picture. Can you guess what it might be? Do you know what animal this might be? I've been trying very hard to make it look symmetrical. That means the same on both sides. Now this animal you might not normally see with all these colours, but when you're doing this sort of colouring you can use any colour that you want to, which is all part of the fun. So do you know what animal it is? Yeah, it's a tiger. We can tell he does have some stripes, doesn't he? I quite like tigers. I even made a tiger. Do you want to see it? Look. I made a little tiger to go with two friends, a rabbit and a hippopotamus. Crocheting is something I like to do as well to keep myself busy. That means I use wool and a little needle, and then I have to stuff them with some soft fabric. So I've only made 3 at the moment though. Talking of tigers, I found a picture of a tiger up here, look. I found this one on the internet. Can you see the tiger? Might be a little bit tricky. If you look very, very carefully, can you see it? I can just see his eye there, can you see? And his big sharp teeth. And if you follow it up here, you can see the tiger's body and his tail. But he's hidden quite well, isn't he? Can't see it very well. And there's a special word for that, when animals can't be seen very well. And we'll come on to that in a little bit. But this is a very famous painting, and this is what it's called. It's called Tiger in a Tropical Storm by an artist called Henri Rousseau. And he actually painted this picture of a tiger using oil paints. And he's even tried to make the background look the same colours as the tiger, which is really what I'm going to try and do in my colouring, so that you can't see him very well. Now I wonder what that word is. It's when an animal hides by using its colour. Have you thought of it yet? It's called this long word. Wow, that's a long word, isn't it? Camouflage. Yes, camouflage. You might need to remember that word because that's going to be in your learning for this week when you come to do your science. So let's look at our learning for this week. As we've already mentioned, science is about camouflage. We've already talked about that briefly using the tiger and that piece of artwork. If you want to know more about camouflage and what it means, there are 2 links here that you can use on the internet. Just remember, when you are using the internet, only use it if a grown-up says it is safe to do so. And if anything comes up that you think doesn't look right, then tell your adult straight away. But we have put links in here to websites that we know are safe for you to use. It's all about as well making your own background for an animal. You could do yours, if you think about that tiger picture we saw by Henri Rousseau, maybe you could choose a different animal and see if you can hide it in the background. Maths this week is all about money and it's all about telling the time. Now I've already been to my purse and I've had a little look and I've managed to find some coins, and I might be able to use those to help me with my money this week. I've also got a clock, all right, which I just took off the wall. As you know, some clocks have numbers on it, like this one is. This is my Cornish clock. If you haven't got a clock, you might have a watch to help you. I've borrowed my son's watch here. But his watch, as you can see, doesn't have numbers on it. And as you know, a clock with hands like this is called an analog clock. Some of them have numbers and some just have lines, and some have Roman numerals. But you can use it to help you. If you look carefully at the way that that little second hand is going around, that way is called clockwise, right? Because time always goes forward. But if you imagine your clock as well, when you did some work on fractions, if you imagine a line coming straight down the middle to divide it in half, you know that when the long minute hand is pointing straight up to the 12, it is something o'clock. And when it has gone halfway round and it is pointing to the 6, it is half past. And then if you really want to challenge yourself and you imagine your clock cut into quarters, when the long minute hand is pointing to the 3, that will be quarter past. And then when it's gone all the way around and it's pointing to the 9, that will be quarter to. And in order to find out what hour it is, you need to use your short hour hand. At the moment, this clock is very nearly coming up to quarter to 1. Okay, so that's just to help you a little bit with telling the time. There are some resources on there as well. There are some more links with some good lessons. There's some teachers online as well that are helping you as well to do all of this learning. And there are also some worksheets to help you too. Now, if you're using money, thinking about money, and you haven't got any coins, you can use anything to help you. You can draw yourself a number line, okay, so that you can count on and then you can count back. You don't even have to use a ruler. You can just do a straight number line like this. And if you remember, if you're counting on, we go this way. And if we're counting back, and I sometimes when I'm counting back, I go underneath. We're going this way. So if you are trying to find change, for example, if I spent 10p and I gave the lady 20p, I want to know how much change I'm going to have back, don't I? So I can draw myself a number line, and I'm going to do number 10 at this end because this is how much it cost me, 10p. But I didn't give the lady 10p, I gave her 20p. So I'm going to count up to 20. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then I can just count how many jumps have I done. So let's count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's how much change I would have got. I would have got 10 pence change because we counted 10 jumps. Okay, so you can use number lines to help you. You can use number lines to help you find change. You can use number lines to help you to add two things together. And you can use coins to help you. You can use pencils to help you. Pebbles, anything that you have to hand. Beads, anything that you would like to use. Now for art this week, if we have a little look, you are going to design your own animal, your own strange creature. And there are some examples in there. Some of them look a little bit weird, but I'm sure you can make yours look even better than they have. For design and technology, you're going to design your own garden or a park that would be safe and good place for you to use, and also a friendly place for mini beasts and other creatures. Again, there are more ideas there to help you. So what makes you special? Well, for PSHE, you can watch a little video about what makes people special and see if you can find out what makes you special too. There are also some yoga exercises for you to try. I don't know if you've tried yoga before. It's a good way to help your breathing, keep it nice and gentle. It's also a good way to calm yourself down if you're feeling a little bit cross or you're a little bit fed up. For music this week, there's a song, the Mini Beast song, which you can listen to the words and move along to the beat. And there's also a song there by an artist called Heather Small. It's a song, Proud. And while you're listening to that, we want you to think, what have you done to make yourself proud? Now for English and for reading this week, it's all about instructions. Okay, so for English, you're going to write instructions. Now, if you can't remember what instructions are, there are some links here to help you. Again, there are teachers online who are doing some super lessons. There are also some other resources on there to help you too. When you're writing your instructions, you can choose what you want to write them about. You can choose about something that you already know, like how you make your bed, or how to make a piece of toast, or how to plant a seed for that lovely garden that you are going to design for Design and Technology. Reading, there's an information about leopards. Now we've talked about tigers already, but this one is about leopards. There's some information there for you to read, and also some questions. Can you challenge yourself to the 1-star, 2-star or 3-star questions? And then there's a little story which you can listen to online called The Mixed-Up Chameleon by Eric Carle. And there's some questions there that you can answer too, or you can just enjoy the story. I hope everybody's been trying to do their Joe Wicks, because that's very important, as we were saying, to keep yourself active and to help make your muscles nice and strong. Geography this week is all about looking at mini beasts around the world. There is a world map that you can use to help you find the places. And there's also another link there to a lovely lesson on BBC Bite Size, which helps you all about it. And then with history, you're going to find out all about another significant person who's called Emmeline Pankhurst, and see if you can find out why she is important. If you do have any other problems with your homework, if you get a little bit stuck, there is now an email that you can use for Year 2 children. And you can email any questions that you want to, either to myself or to Miss Challenge or to Mr. Gosling. You can start your email with "Hello Mrs. Chiswell" or "Hello Mrs. Chalice" or "Hello Mrs. Gosling." Or if you wanted to write to everybody, you could say "Hello teachers," and you could type up your question, and then we will get back to you. We will answer your question as soon as we can. Also in those emails, if you've done some super work at home, you can take a photo of it and upload it onto the email so that we can see it. We'd love to see some of your work. We're hoping that you are enjoying these challenges, and we're hoping that you're just trying your best. But I have to go now. So I hope you enjoy all of these activities that we set for you this week. Take care and keep smiling. Bye-bye.